E7 to A. What do you play over the E7 chord? There's two options that we're talking about, because we're trying to use, I mean, like, yeah, you could say the blues pentatonic scale, bending the third. You could say a lot of things. You could say mixed Lydian. But what we're going to say, you could say just the chord tones. There's a lot of right answers. But right now we're kind of doing a study of these two melodic minor modes, altered scale and Lydian dominant. So just between those two, which is it? And you have to determine, how do we know these things? How do we know which one of those two to use? We've got E7 to an A chord in this hypothetical situation. Yeah. And so what do you do over functioning? Yeah, exactly. So it's functioning. E is the 5 of A. So it's functioning, and therefore you can do E altered scale, which right now you would only know here. Yeah, exactly. But you know it like in the root position on the E string, basically, right? So yeah, you'd be a little confined in terms of like where you can go. But if you're playing a song and it goes E7 to A, you go up to E7 and then your A, you know, or whatever you do. What if it were A7 to E? Then what can you play? It's not E. Well, E is the 5 of A still, but we're doing A to E, not the other way around. So we have to ask, is A the 5 of E? It's not. So that means we would do what mode of the melodic minor scale? What's the name of the other one? There's only two. It's not altered scale. It must be... No, these are modes of the melodic minor scale. So in a way, we're playing melodic minor no matter what. But there is altered scale and Lydian dominant. So that means we got to play A Lydian dominant. Cool. Now, if you know A Lydian, then you just got to flat the 7. That's going to be tricky, right? So that's a way to think. Now go through all of your major scale modes and just, sorry, that might be extra tricky. But for now, here, do this. Do, go up a tritone. What's a tritone up from A or down? It's all the same. Yeah. You know what a tritone is? No. Tritone, that's a triad. A tritone is a flat 5 or a sharp 11 away. You know, the blues note. So what's the blues note? Like, here's A. The blues note would be, that's the nearest one, right? That's the tritone. So what is that note? What is that note? Yeah, D sharp. And so that means you could do D sharp altered. That's, remember how we did with the D flat 7 to G, D flat 7, yeah, being D flat Lydian dominant is the same as G altered. And we found that by moving to the tritone. The reason that's nice is because if you're learning that altered shape this week, then you're just learning that altered shape. And you can do it over altered chords, and you can do it over, functioning chords and non-functioning chords. It's just a matter of where you begin. If you begin from the root, you're doing the altered scale. If you go up a tritone, or down a tritone, because it's the same, then you're doing Lydian dominant. So if you went to D sharp, then played your altered scale. No, it's starting on D sharp, right? Play D sharp. So you got, so it'd be 11, 12, 14. And then you'd have 10, 12, 14. And then you'd have 11, 13, 14. 11, that's 11, 13, 14. And then so forth, right? So you want to get real comfortable with that shape. So then if you had E7, like with alterations going to A, you could play. And then to A, right? Where you resolve. Now if you got A7, oh sorry, to E. Then you would do, what's a tritone from A? D sharp. Okay, D sharp altered. See what I'm talking about?